Dear friends of the new think tank Noi per l'Italia, greetings and good wishes to all in the Manzoni Theatre. It's a great honour that you've asked me to give a video introduction. And I think what your think tank is founded upon and what it hopes to achieve is vitally important. We live in a world where all the dominant orthodoxies are broken, where the state as it's understood can no longer proceed in the same way, when the private sector, as is commonly conceived, can no longer proceed in the same way. We, perhaps for the first time since the Second World War, need a new and genuine settlement. And I believe, based on many of the things I've learned from Italy and from my Italian friends, among others, that actually the new option, the new settlement, is founded on civil society. And actually, if we can create a civil society that's as equally effective in the private sector as it is at reforming the public sector, what we can do is create a new economic, moral and social basis for the West. So for me, the task is really a great one, not least because the urgency of our time is very real and clear, I think, to all the Europeans. We simply need a better way for the state to work, and we simply need a better way for the private sector to do its business. And all of this, I think, is encapsulated in the idea of civil society. Civil society is the world of relationships, the world of human beings, that actually the state and the market should both serve. So we need to reorder the market and reorder the state, and commission civil society to do anything from delivering state services to actually mutualising or creating a social good for the outcomes of private sector activity. It's absolutely necessary. Let me give you some examples of the type of renewal that I think can be delivered. Now, in the private sector, one of the most important things when we tackle poverty and inequality is the reason people are poor is the state can never save people from poverty, in my view. The only way that people can be saved from poverty if they can enter wealth and if they can gain access to the market. But what we've seen in the private sector is communities coming together and creating ways in which they can move from being just passive consumers to active producers. Take energy, for example. Over £16 million last year in the United Kingdom was raised just by energy cooperatives as an attempt to take over energy production for themselves. Now, this is really interesting because what people have been trying to do is come together as consumers of energy, which is often very expensive, especially for those towards the bottom of the income scale, and not just group together to get bulk discount, but actually to group together to buy out energy production itself. So in Fintry, Scotland, for example, the community came together, bought a wind turbine. Once that wind turbine is paid off in 7 years, over £500,000 per year will flow into that community and endow it with wealth and assets so that people need never be poor in terms of energy again. Also, that move saved each household £600 per year. So these are the ways in which I think civil society, both in the public sector and the private sector, can radically challenge what's been happening. The state has accrued power to itself, to an elite that's unrepresentative and separate from the people. The private sector has concentrated wealth and power. Only civil society can deliver wealth and power to the people, which after all is the true promise of democracy. So I wish your think tank well, I wish your work well, and I hope to meet you all in person soon. Thank you.